Okay, so instead of this setup, which is for a kitchen clock where you pull down to set, what it looks like is you just have this gear on this side, this gear on this side, and then you have an extension like this that just mates up with it, and it just stays like that. In your picture, you have this bracket on here. That's going to somehow attach to the back plate. I don't know exactly how, um, but it shouldn't be that hard to figure out. Okay, but that's that issue. So you have it like this, okay, and you've cleaned everything. Then what you want to do is take your minute hand sleeve, okay, and what you've got to do is you've got to slide it underneath that, okay. The gear should mesh there, and the gear should mesh there. Then you've got to turn it over, and you see that hole right there. Your rotor has to go into that hole. Now, the rotor says top, it's stamped in there, and you want that to be at the top. But right now, what we can do is just put it in there and then look where it says top and make sure it's to the top of the clock. So, once you got the rotor in there, all you have to do is add the hour sleeve, make sure it meshes with that gear right there, and then you can add the front plate, and that's all good to go. Then you got to come from behind, and you've got to put the coil back on, and this bracket, and the screws, and then you're all set to put the face on. And you're going to put the face on over this, like I say. Then you put your hour hand on, it just presses on there, just push it down. And you want to, when you put the hands on, the hour hand and the minute hand, you want them to be lined up to 12 o'clock, okay? And if you notice that this minute hand has this kind of rectangle, and that's imitated on the minute hand sleeve. So what I'd want to do is rotate that, which I can't do on this, but I would want to rotate it so that the minute hand is lined up with the hour hand. Now I can't do that because this type of clock right here, but hopefully you'd be able to do that, okay, or have that in position before you screw down the front plate. And then you simply take this nut right here and tighten down the minute hand, and then take your sweep hand and put it in here. Now, it does not appear to me that you need two nuts. You're talking about these two nuts. It appears you only need this one to hold the minute hand on. Also, I'm not convinced that you need a new minute hand sleeve, but if you do, I have one. A lot of times these are kind of beat up, but they still have enough thread to hold this nut on there. I think this is really all that you need. And if you clean it, put that on there, so long as your coil and rotor are still operational, you should be good to go.